Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom discussion and review. This one is on episode 6 of Rokka no Yuusha. And this episode, things are starting to this is another nail biting episode. Like, oh my gosh, what is Autolet gonna do? Because everyone thinks it's him. Like, throughout the whole beginning, first half of this episode, it was literally, them accusing him. Hans pointing out key things that did make sense. Everyone pointing out key things that did make sense. No one pretty much had his back, except Nashitania could not believe it. She did not believe it. She didn't want it. She was like, no, it cannot be. And then Fremi also she didn't care. She wasn't picking his side. She didn't believe him either. And it was like, wow, he was just protecting you, and this is how you're gonna be. Like, jeez, man, dang. But it did make sense. Like, if I was one of them that was an Autolit, honestly, everything does point to him. It does make sense. There's no way anyone would have been able to get in. He was the first person to get in. And yeah, it was just like, wow, that's pretty crazy, to be honest. That was pretty much the whole beginning half. The whole first half was pretty much them accusing him trying to, Autolet trying to figure out, no, this is maybe this, maybe that. But obviously to no avail. And then all of a sudden, right when they're gonna, what's it called? Godolph tries to hit him. Everyone's trying to attack him. He throws a flashbang, grabs Fremi, puts like a poison needle in her until, if he puts the next one, she will die. And tries to get out. He does get stabbed by Hans. Hans throws a knife into his back, but he's still able to get away. And pretty much they try and search for him, but they cannot find him. So by the time it's nighttime, they give up. And the big thing in this episode, throughout the whole second half, is Fremi doesn't believe him, but she's like 99% sure he is the seventh, the traitor. But she's just preparing for that 1% maybe he's not. And that's why she does help him with his injuries and everything, even though, she could have easily just killed him and then went back. And throughout this, we get a little bit some, backstory on Autolet, because I've been wondering this too, like, what is his backstory? Why is he so set on being the strongest in the world? Why is he so set on fighting these fiends and defeating the demon lord? Why? And throughout this, we do see him in his past with his mother and everything. He actually didn't want to be a swordsman, a fighter, strongest in the world or anything before, but I'm guessing something happened, because then he found the old man, his master, and pretty much tells him he wants revenge. So maybe we'll get more insight on that story, on what happened in there, because that's also, like, towards the end, Fremi asks him, why are you so set on, being one of the Braves, to fight the fiends and defeat the demon lord and everything. And it was pretty interesting in the fact that he's like, wow, is that Fremi's actually interested in someone that's not herself? And it's kind of true, because throughout this whole thing, Fremi she's just like, whatever, I don't care about you, I'm set on myself and all that kind of thing. But she was actually really interested. So that was pretty interesting. We do get more insight on, he's talking to his master, and to be strong, you have to, even smile when you're sad, be able to laugh at it. And it was kind of freaky when he was smiling and stuff. That was a creepy smile, and his laugh and everything. I was like, okay. But yeah, that was pretty much most of it. He does have a little idea on, maybe, he thinks that there is actually an 8th person helping the 7th person, and the 8th person is the one that got in there and everything, and activated the thing, while the 7th is still one of them, and they're helping him out. And that's why, trying to frame Autolet and everything. And that's what he thinks. Fremi doesn't believe it for sure yet. She's not going to help him or anything, but that's what he's got to do. He's believing it, and he's going to do it, even in the face of, like, oh my gosh, he's going to get, he is on the verge of everyone going to kill him and everything. He has no way to prove himself innocent at the moment. He's able to smile and laugh, and that's why he says he's the strongest in the world. And it's pretty interesting on that concept. I can see, if you're able to smile in the face of, like, death or despair and everything, you're, like, a little crazy, but obviously strong. You're not, you're like, I'm not scared of this, I can handle this, And it was pretty interesting on that fact. Another thing is, I like the concept of him thinking that there is an 8th person. It makes it really interesting. Like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. I was just thinking maybe it's one of them is the 7th, But after everything they talked about, there was no way that someone got in there before him. But then we did talk about that, what's it called, that fiend that transformed into a person. It was a person that transformed and got away. Fremy said there's no way someone would even been able to get to that area, where those salt pole things were. So there's like, oh yeah, so what's up with that? How'd that person be able to do that, and where'd that person go? Because obviously that person was there, and there's no way you should be able to blow up the door. So someone else got in somehow at the same time, activated, and got away. Not too sure who yet, but it was a pretty interesting story, like the whole thing going on right there, and it really got me like interested in, like, wow, I wonder what's gonna happen. It really is like, wow. Like so far these couple episodes, it really like the other episodes, they were good and all, but these couple episodes really got me thinking, because I like these kind of detective things, like, oh my gosh, who is this? Where were you there? Were you doing this? And then all of a sudden, Autolit trying to figure out, he's innocent, so he's trying to figure out how they did it, even though no one believes and everything. In the face of all this, he's still smiling. He's got it. He knows. And I can't wait to see the answers of everything, all the questions I have, be answered in the next episode. Seriously, like, get on, like, I love this kind of thing, but I want them to get on and go, fight the demon lord, go into the demon area place, the fiends, where all the fiends are. Because I'm not too sure. It's like, is this going to be like most of it, and then there all of a sudden only a couple episodes will be them fighting the fiends in the new area, the demon lord's area, and then fighting him? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I can't wait for the next episode, guys. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom discussion review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And till next time, guys. See ya.